The internet has become central to our lives. We use it for communication, information, and commerce. But the internet we know today is largely centralized. A handful of companies hold immense power. They control our data and online experiences. But there's an alternative emerging: the decentralized web. It is built on the idea of distributing power. Instead of relying on a few large companies, the decentralized web empowers users. It gives them more control over their data. It offers a path to a more open and democratic online world. This new vision for the internet is gaining traction. The decentralized web offers a solution for a better online future. The traditional internet relies heavily on centralized servers. These servers are often controlled by large corporations. This centralization has some downsides. First, it creates vulnerabilities. If a central server goes down, it can disrupt services for millions. Decentralization makes the internet more resilient. It spreads data across multiple nodes, reducing the impact of outages. Second, centralization gives immense power to a few companies. These companies can control access to information and censor content. They can even sell our data without our consent. Decentralization challenges this power imbalance. It puts control back in the hands of users. Finally, centralized platforms are susceptible to censorship. Decentralization makes it much harder to censor content. The decentralized web promises a more secure, democratic, and user-centric internet experience. To understand the decentralized web, we need to look back at the evolution of the internet. Web 1.0 was the first iteration. It was primarily static pages with basic information. Web 2.0 ushered in the era of social media and user-generated content. This is the internet we're most familiar with today. Platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter exploded in popularity. However, Web 2.0 also brought concerns. Data privacy became a major issue. The power of big tech companies grew exponentially. These companies collected vast amounts of user data. Web 3.0, the decentralized web, emerges as a response to these concerns. It aims to shift control back to users. It leverages technologies like blockchain and peer-to-peer networks. This shift has the potential to revolutionize many aspects of our digital lives. Section 4. The power of decentralized protocols. Decentralized protocols are the building blocks of the decentralized web. These protocols are sets of rules governing how computers interact. Unlike traditional client-server models, decentralized protocols enable direct communication between users. One example is BitTorrent, a peer-to-peer file-sharing protocol. Instead of downloading a file from a central server, BitTorrent allows users to download pieces of the file from each other simultaneously. This distributed approach makes downloads faster and more resilient. Blockchain technology is another crucial element of the decentralized web. A blockchain is a distributed ledger that records transactions across a network of computers. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin use blockchain technology to facilitate secure and transparent transactions without the need for banks or intermediaries. These protocols are paving the way for a more equitable and user-centric online world. Section 5. Real-world applications of decentralization. The decentralized web is not just a futuristic concept. It's already being used in various ways today. One area where decentralization is making significant strides is in data storage. Instead of relying on centralized cloud storage providers, decentralized platforms allow users to store their data across a distributed network. This enhances security and privacy. Another area is in supply chain management. Blockchain technology can be used to track goods as they move through the supply chain. This provides transparency and accountability, reducing fraud and counterfeiting. Decentralized social media platforms are also gaining popularity. These platforms prioritize user privacy and control over data. The gaming industry is another sector embracing decentralization. Blockchain-based games allow players to own and trade in-game assets, giving them more control over their gaming experience. Section 6. Shaping the future. Benefits and cultural impact. The decentralized web has the potential to reshape our digital lives in profound ways. It offers numerous benefits over the centralized internet we're accustomed to. First and foremost is enhanced security. By distributing data across multiple nodes, the decentralized web is less vulnerable to hacks and data breaches. This is particularly important in an era of increasing cyber threats. Decentralization also empowers users by giving them more control over their data. Users can choose how their data is used and shared, promoting greater privacy and autonomy online. The decentralized web also fosters innovation. By lowering the barriers to entry, it allows developers to create new applications and services without relying on gatekeepers like app stores or centralized platforms. The cultural impact of decentralization is also becoming increasingly evident. As more people become aware of the problems with centralized platforms, they are seeking alternatives. This shift is reflected in the growing interest in cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology, and decentralized applications. The decentralized web represents a fundamental shift towards a more democratic, secure, and user-centric online world.